The original Strangers films made their mark by embracing simplicity and dread. Inspired by real-life home invasions and the Manson family murders, the movies offered minimal exposition and zero backstory, adding an additional creepiness to the IP. Its tagline, "Because you were home," summed up the killer's chilling lack of motive. The characters were disposable, the violence sudden, and the tension relentless. In the original 2008 The Strangers, couple Kristen and James are relentlessly stalked in their vacation home by three masked strangers known as Dollface, Pinup Girl, and the Man in the Mask. Then came The Strangers Prey at Night in 2018, which shifted into slasher territory, with a simp-heavy score and throwback vibes. While technically a sequel, it functioned more like a spiritual follow-up. This time, a different family was hunted through a deserted trailer park. Though it brought back the masked trio, it didn't connect plot-wise to the original and didn't try to expand the killer's mythology. In both films, the villains were unexplained and terrifying forces of nature, precisely because they were unknowable. Jump to 2024, and we now have The Strangers Chapter 1, the first in a brand new trilogy directed by Renny Harlin. But instead of this trilogy being either a continuation or a prequel to the original movies, it is, in fact, a reboot. While this new trilogy reboots the timeline, it operates in a spiritual and stylistic continuity with the originals, drawing from the same unsettling atmosphere and character design. The filmmakers have also confirmed that these three chapters do take place in the same universe. The story begins with Maya, played by Madelaine Petsch, who finds herself stranded in a small town when her car breaks down. She and her boyfriend take shelter in a remote Airbnb. Cue the familiar isolated setting. Soon enough, the masked trio returns, targeting them, which echoes the setup of the original in a deliberate homage. But unlike past films, Chapter 1 is just the beginning. The trilogy has already wrapped filming, with Chapter 2 set for September 2025 and Chapter 3 coming in 2026. This is the first time the Strangers franchise will follow a continuous story across multiple films. Harlin promises that the trilogy will explore both Maya's survival journey and the killer's origin story. That's a significant departure from the original films, which deliberately withheld any backstory. While it's still unclear if we'll learn names or motives, this narrative shift moves the franchise from faceless horror to character-driven suspense. Even though this is a reboot, there are intentional nods to the earlier movies. Harlin has stated that fans will get to see Easter eggs, but not to expect returning characters like Kinsey from Prey at Night. This is a clean slate with a new continuity. The trilogy stands on its own, but it acknowledges the DNA of what came before. So, are the new Strangers movies connected to the old ones? Not in terms of story or timeline, but it draws heavily on the style, atmosphere, and masked menace that made the original film so iconic. How do you feel about the new The Strangers trilogy? Are you excited to learn more about the killers in this reboot? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching ScreenRant.